Good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever the fuck it is, wherever the fuck you are. Welcome back to Books and Bullshit, the podcast where the topics are made up and your opinions don't matter. As always, I'm Zachary Chopchinsky, the Bowtie author, here with Martina McAtee, the queen of Snark and Dark. Martina, what's up?
Hi.
Today's episode is brought to you by Tupac Shakur, West Coast for life, motherfucker. All right. Today...
Tupac came back from the dead to sponsor our show.
Well, Anthony gave me a gift, and it's up there on that top shelf, and I forgot about it.
I feel like the Tupac Pop Funko is somehow disrespectful.
To Tupac?
To Tupac. I mean, no more disrespectful than claiming that he sponsors our podcast, I suppose, from
Tupac
the dead.
would totally sponsor our podcast, and first off, Tupac ain't dead.
Well, I don't think he's going to come out of hiding to be like, no, don't make me into a small little doll. Like, it just seems, I don't know, disrespectful to do that to real people. It's like, you're not going to do that with, like, Nelson Mandela. You know what I mean? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Are you?
I think
if there's a Ruth Bader Ginsburg Pop Funko, I want it.
I actually think there is one.
Well, nobody wants the presidents. Maybe Obama.
They're real people, too. But now I'm talking dead presidents. Not current living.
Are you looking it up to see if they have one? Oh my god.
They do.
I want it. How much is it?
I don't know.
Push the button. I want a little RBG.
You can get them right now for $12.
That's a bargain. I feel like they should be charging more for her.
Actually, that's mid-range. Oh, look, you can get on Amazon. You got to pre-order them. They're coming out in a month.
All right. Well, I guess it's the end of the world as we know it. Okay.
And I feel fine.
We're just going to buy ourselves little dolls and pretend we don't notice.
6 o'clock TV hour.
Exactly. I was listening to it the other day and I was like, wow, we never really did bother to learn the words to this song.
Holy shit. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about book stuff. Wow, we haven't missed a beat, Martina.
No. It still goes off the rails within 5 seconds.
All right. Martina, will you tell the group what they're supposed to be here for?
Well, today we decided we were going to talk a little bit about reader group etiquette, I guess you would call it. And the shit you just shouldn't do in people's reader groups.
Yeah. And it's definitely a shouldn't. It's not that you can't do it. You're just being a twat waffle.
Yeah. That. Twat waffle.
We should have books and bullshit shirts and then hashtag don't be a twat waffle.
Be a twat pancake. Or
a
French
twat crepe.
toast. Twat crepe. That doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it?
Twat omelet? TwaTomelette?
TwaTomelette.
That's the name of this episode.
It's just fun to say.
People just scrolling through us on Spotify like, where the fuck do they get the name for these episodes?
It's just a free-flowing idea process. We just basically spit out whatever fucking dumb shit comes into our head.
Or
and
spit
Layla's
some
like, that's
sick-ass
just dumb enough to
rhymes.
work.
Done. Signed. Sealed. Delivered. I'm yours. All right, so...
Rarely does it take us more than 30 seconds to say something stupid.
There's a whole fucking cat worth of hair under that table.
Well, you're not under the table, so can we focus?
Well, then you didn't do a very good job of switching these here, did you?
Look how good of a job I did wiping off the table.
You're the worst.
This is why we don't give Zach jobs.
Oh, man. What kind of jobs are you not giving me, Martina?
Well, there's a whole list of things I really would prefer you do. But
All right, so etiquette in groups. So you're talking about like Facebook groups or fan groups? I guess all of them, right?
yes, specifically though, when you're in a person's actual reader group that is run by them specifically. I know some authors are big enough to have maybe fan sites that they don't really actually have anything to do with.
I have one. Well, it's not that I don't have anything to do with it. Layla just mostly posted it for me.
No, you have not very little to do with your own author career.
Behind every lazy ass man is a strong woman rolling her eyes and wishing she had said, "I don't."
Yeah. In this particular case, Layla.
I'm glad you cleared that up, Martina.
I mean, I roll my eyes at you all the time, but I never wanted to say I do. Well, to you.
Wow.
To most men, actually.
It's sad and insulting.
That's pretty much how we do things.
If you could marry one person right now in the world, Martina, who would it be?
Whoever the richest man in the world is. Or woman. I'm really...
Yeah, careful.
Careful
You're
what you wish
get
for.
some weird Trump-ass Republican eyes wide shut motherfucker.
Well, he wouldn't be long for this world, so it wouldn't really matter. Just
Fair.
long enough for the ink to dry on the will. I'm a nurse. I can make it happen.
And Layla can help with the
You heard
rest.
it here first.
Yeah. But we're all friends here.
Here?
Here. Among our listeners.
Oh, okay. All five.
They
of
wouldn't
them?
rat me out.
Unless there is a twat waffle in your listener group.
Yeah.
Don't be a TwaTomelette.
A TwaTomelette.
A TwaTomelette, if you will.
You're going to have to call it TwaTomelette, because I don't think they'll let you put twat omelet.
Guys,
No, it's
call
capital-
it TwaTomelette. TwaTomelette. Yeah.
Yeah. Capital T-W-A. Capital T-O-M.
No, little t, capital O.
TwaTomelette. One word, but
Oh,
like
to put
not
the
a
emphasis
T.
on the second T. TwaTomelette.
yes, like Tomlet is a separate word.
Right.
Or just squeezed together with a capital letter.
All right, so groups and etiquette. So yeah, we're talking from the because Martina and I are actually in an astronomical amount of groups. Sometimes
So
I wish
many.
there weren't so many because if it's gonna sound shitty, but sometimes you'll get a group that you haven't been part of for like months, but you're still in it, and then like it's like, hey, this person updated their profile in this group. Like, yippee.
That's kind of the problem with having reader groups is a lot of times we do like takeovers, and as part of the takeover we're like, join our social media stuff for a chance to win this, that, and the other thing, $5 Amazon gift card or a copy of a book or whatever.
So we're cheap whores.
Yeah, so basically we get a bunch of people in our groups, but then we don't know how many of those people are legitimate readers. I mean, as you go on, I'm pretty confident that I would say a good 75% of my people in my two groups are readers of my books.
And
That
the other
could be a
25%?
growth. They joined for a free Amazon card and they haven't actually just signed off
The
yet.
people that basically sign up for a Planet Fitness January year-long membership and never fucking go.
But they still pay every month because they might go. They just might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canceling the gym membership feels like you're giving up on yourself.
Exactly.
And that's what they
Exactly. And that's why Planet Fitness has a bajillion different places.
Yep.
But I would say I have a decent amount of readers, and the ones that stay in the group, sometimes they eventually become readers, which is what we're banking on. So, but, we only bring this up because I've noticed it a lot just with a lot of my male romance authors recently. They've had a bunch of bad experiences, sort of all clustered together with different people. So we just thought it'd be good to kind of talk about maybe just what you should and shouldn't do. Not can't, but just don't. Just don't. So
we're going to go down basically. We're each going to list some shit that you should just not do and why you should just not fucking do it.
yeah. And sometimes you say things and you don't mean anything by them. But authors are really, really, really oversensitive people.
Consider your audience, people. Consider
We-
your audience.
Say we have a thick skin, but it's all lies. Some people take constructive criticism well, like Alex. He's like, wow, thanks for abusing me. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Exactly. Which is, as a publisher, he's my dream author. But as an author, I'm like, ugh, whatever. Fine. Be that way. When I get
Rude.
my edits back, I'm always like, meh.
Layla has to dilute them and feed them to me through a feeder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we all know what happens if that doesn't.
Little baby bird.
Sometimes that little baby bird goes rogue and goes on Amazon and reads his little baby bird fucking reviews and then really turns into a little fucking baby. A little tiny diva. a peacock, if you will. Which, let's be real, peacocks are sort of the divas of the bird world.
They are. They're fabulous, and they know it.
And they're men who are very, very exuberant.
They're really
Showy.
the drag queens.
They're the drag queens of the animal kingdom.
As we're looking at my Jinx Monsoon pop right there, it looks like a fucking peacock. Statue of Liberty, I think is what she was going for, but that looks like a peacock.
But from a distance.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's okay, I'll start with one that aggravates the piss out of me.
I know where you're going with this, so go ahead, Zach. Just grab your soapbox. Let's go.
If you're in somebody else's group, and it's their fan group or author group or whatever, do not, unless given explicit permission, and by the way, ask is what I mean by that, post promotions for other people's shit, including your own. So if I go to Martina's page and I'm a part of her page, I shouldn't just like, hey, I got a sale going on next week. I'm going to blast promos of my book in here without asking permission. That is fucking rude as shit.
Yeah, and it's really presumptuous. And it kind of goes like, it makes you either tone deaf or just a total TwaTomelette.
TwaTomelette. God, that's going to stick now. You know the whole like murderinos and
exactly.
fuck politeness? TwaTomelette. Somebody get them on the line and let them know we have to partner these.
Oh, God.
Fuck politeness. Don't be a TwaTomelette.
TwaTomelette. It's just fun to say.
And you can, if you say it like that, you could say it in mixed company and nobody's going to like know to be offended.
Be like, is that French?
Yeah, it is. TwaTomelette. It's
like fromage.
Yeah.
TwaTomelette.
TwaTomelette du fromage.
Oh no. Oh no. Stop it. Oh god.
You see, it sounded elegant when I said it, but when you guys broke it down, it's horrible.
Actually, speaking of reader groups, I think it was Mazmatics. Mad Mazmatics, who posted a picture and it was like 2 cupcakes that looked vaguely vagina-like. And it was like, and after that, I was never asked to contribute to the bake sale again. And Maz is like, I'd order a dozen of these. I was like, yes, but would you lick the frosting off them by making awkward eye contact with the first person in the room? Just slowly lick the frosting off.
You know what they should have done on it? They should have put one right in the middle. Candy pearl.
Oh, it was there. It was there in frosting.
Nice. They knew what they were doing.
Oh, no, they 100% knew what they were doing.
Was that bake?
Not the cake that you're thinking of. That's like that's supposed to be the crystal-like one.
They had cupcakes, too.
No, this one was like, somebody had deliberately made them look just enough like vaginas. Like, because one of them was all chocolate, and it had sprinkles around it, and then just the ribbon in the middle. And then the other one was pink, but it had sprinkles. So it was like, you could almost say, oh, it was just an accident. But then when you really looked at the anatomy, you were like, oh no, they did that intentionally. So that's why we were joking about that. But Maz is like, we need to hang out more. I was like, I have zero filter, but if you're game, let's go find some vagina cupcakes and make people feel weird.
I'm down. And then I'll eat one of those like Van Wilder style eclairs.
You're going to eat an eclair full of dog cum?
No, but I'm saying we can make it
I was like, that's taking one for the team.
Just like your cupcake's not made out of a real vagina.
Well, yeah, but...
Wait, and by the way, who's making these? Ed Gein's Baked Goods?
I mean, I don't really know. It didn't actually have a bakery name on it.
Oh, by the way, just to let you guys know, Martina, the Curtains, and I are starting a new dog grooming business. We're calling it Doggy Style.
Our rates are really good. We have no experience, by the way. None whatsoever.
We're just going to shave your animal's asshole and giggle.
I think you guys are market for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Your dog's going to be like just
so
a golden
windy.
retriever with a shaved brown eye.
All the time is just butts on the floor now because everything's exposed.
And it's
He feels
cold.
awkward.
The dog doesn't want to stand up. and you don't want it to.
The dogs just walk around with their tails stuck between their legs now. They're like, this is so embarrassing.
Freshly shorn.
You use the word shorn.
That could be the other one. We could also groom farm animals and call it hardcore shorn.
You love a fucking pun. I swear to God. It's like you just sit in the bathroom on your fucking phone and go through TikTok and think of stupid fucking puns.
On,
Literally fucking puns.
I'm telling you right now, somebody needs to invent those two businesses. And
Yeah,
for
but
nothing
if you
else, that I
call
get a t-shirt.
hardcore shorn, then you're gonna have to have like give sheeps like mohawks and like really like.
Damn it, that's funny. Anyway, so we were talking about like grown-up stuff for a second there.
For 1 second, we actually were serious. Let's not do that again.
All right. So anyway, so you were saying you were originally saying that somebody on Mass Mathematics posted something. Was it those cupcakes?
Yeah,
So how was that unwelcome on the fan page, though?
it wasn't. I was just talking about.
Oh,
food.
okay.
But so I will tell you some of the things that have that.
That's your dick. Okay.
He's talking to my dog, by the way, which I don't know makes that better or worse than if he was talking to me or Layla.
He has such like a smooth belly button, but don't go half-inch south.
Why are you molesting my dog?
I'm not molesting. I'm rubbing his belly.
Apparently, you're rubbing more than that.
Well, I thought that was his belly button. It's a button. It's not his belly.
The look on his face, though. He looks sad and confused.
Because he's only a baby.
Levi's an Audi. I didn't know.
He's only a year old, you pervert.
So he's 7. That doesn't make it
I'm sorry? What? Would you like a do-over?
That didn't, out loud, that did not justify it at all.
No! Nope. No, it did not.
Sorry. I went to the Harvey Weinstein School of Law.
Jesus Christ. Layla?
I'm just going to sit over here. My hands in my lap.
Layla, did you do that or did Layla?
No, I did that.
What?
I was trying to change positions on the table.
My mic is being very forward with me right now. I was like, ah. I had to duck and weave. I was like, whoa, it's just coming straight at me.
Live from...
I hope it's not live.
So, okay, so what's one thing that you want to mention about? Like,
Well, I'll tell you a couple of things that happened and how it completely derailed. I'll try not to use names.
Try.
I'll try because I'm a
We'll beep 'em
blabbermouth.
later. But Layla, you got sound effects, right?
No, not on this.
Okay,
Damn.
It's on the other program.
calm down.
Hold on, I might.
Oh no.
And give me the button.
No, never give him the button. Don't you dare pull up that fucking app, Zach.
What app?
You know the one I'm talking about.
Shabazz.
The soundboard one. Don't you do it.
Bam. Da,
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 da, da, da, da, da.
Let the boys be boys. That's another one.
All right, so this sort of set off like a chain of events. So right before I guess right after I showed my cover for my most recent book, a new member basically looked at the cover and was like, ew, he looks like Justin Bieber. And she made like the pukey face emoji. First off, he did not look like Justin Bieber. But Justin Bieber looks like a pedophile right now. Sorry, but it's true. Shave off that fucking facial
Somebody
hair.
posted a picture of him next to like the teenage him that was famous. Like Justin Bieber now looks like he would have tried to lure Justin Bieber then into a van.
Exactly. That's exactly what he looks like. He looks like trash. Fix that.
Not all of us can grow mustaches, bro.
Yeah, just accept it and move on. You're going to be a perpetual. You're a fucking asshole anyway. Who cares? Fuck you, Justin Bieber. Anyway, so I was like, whatever. I didn't say much about it, but then somebody saw the post and they were like, that's really rude, blah blah blah, and she got mad and she left the group. Fine, whatever. Then the next day, I guess one of my friends got a bad review on her latest book, and she was in her reader group kind of being, like we all are, like, that really sucks. I hate, seeing bad reviews. It makes me feel bad and feel like a bad writer or whatever. And everybody was like, you're not a bad writer. We go in there for a little sympathy, like
That's why we have reader groups. Make ourselves feel good.
little ego stroking.
Just stroke me. If you talk to me in my group, just stroke me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just don't stroke him in real life. Trust me, you won't like what happens.
It's everywhere.
Gross.
So gross.
It's like a fire extinguisher.
Gross.
You can stop now with the exposition. So while she was in there trying to kind of garnish a bit of sympathy, get her self-esteem back, somebody rolled up into the chat and was like, well, to be honest, you are exploiting the gay community by using sex to sell your books.
How's that exploiting?
So then it was like, whoa, hold up. Aren't you in here because you also read male romance? To which she was like, well, yeah, I do. But, you have to be honest with yourself. You basically just write good sex. Which is bullshit. She's a great writer. And believe me, I think everybody's a sucky writer.
I like to read through these
a handful of
arguments
people.
and like call bullshit. Like, explain to me how I'm exploiting a community by writing a book that's deep. I don't understand how that exploits the
She
community.
basically was like telling us that male romance isn't romance, it's erotica, blah, blah, blah. She clearly doesn't know shit about the difference between erotica and romance. But she just, I don't know. I don't know why she did it. I don't know what she hoped to gain from it. But a bunch of people kind of turned on her, myself included. And she eventually left the group. And then somebody who was really big in the male community got mad that we defended our friends and called us bullies. And it started a whole just downward spiral of bullshit. And we've been getting these weird things where we're seeing authors getting kind of blasted in their own groups for their own books. And it's like, if you don't like an author's book, don't read anymore. Like, if you want to write a bad review on fucking Goodreads, go write a bad review on Goodreads. Don't go into a writer's safe space, which is their own group, and talk shit about their books. And even if it's something as simple as, well, I like all of her books, I just don't like this particular character. You can say that. Like, it wouldn't matter to me. Like, I hear that shit in my reader group all the time. I don't like this character. I do like that character. I don't like this character dating this character. I wish they were dating that character. I don't give a shit about that.
You're not supposed to like all the characters. Sometimes
right.
that's intentional. You're not supposed to like them.
No.
So when they get their comeuppance at the end of the story, you are happy.
Right.
For example.
And I like hearing, like, feedback from my readers as far as, like, who they like with who and, like, what they hope will happen in the story. But I don't want to sit there and read like, oh, well, this character is badly written or this character is stupid or whatever. Like, I don't need to hear that shit. If you feel that way, go tell it on Goodreads. God knows everybody else does. But not in an author's group. It's their safe space. It's where they can go, where they don't have to be afraid of hearing the bad reviews, because those things stay with us. For every 100 good reviews, that one bad review, we could practically recite it by heart.
Yes, I know. Zach has not stopped talking about
Yeah, I know. All week.
Listen.
It was your only bad review. Fucking deal with it.
But here's my issue with some bad reviews. And it's all in diction, right? We're all going to get bad reviews. But if you say...
For those of you that can't see, Martina is rolling her eyes hardcore.
If you say that it's not your particular genre, it's not the age group you would like, or so on, so it's clearly not for you, why would you rate it why would you rate it badly? If it's not for you, and you didn't like it because it's, oh, this isn't the age group for me, or, oh, this isn't the genre I like.
Okay.
Even take mine out of it. That doesn't just happen to me.
Oh, no, it happened to me with book 1 of my male romance. Somebody asked for an ARC copy, and it's listed straight up as daddy kink, BDSM. Like, nobody was blind to what they were going into. And the first line of her fucking 2-star review was, maybe I just wasn't in the mood. Maybe it's just me. But there was just too much sex in this book. Bitch, What did you think you were getting? Did you think he was going to teach him how to do his taxes? What do you fucking think daddy kink means? But
Yeah,
that's
somebody
not what I
being
said.
fatherly and teaching him responsibilities of being an adult.
I mean, he did. He definitely did.
In a very adult way.
Yes, in the most adult of ways. But, like, seriously, that shit, it got on my nerves, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Well, nothing I can do about it either. It's just still like, that's like this people that were telling me that one time on my first Utopia Con that all the books in their to be read, they go on Goodreads and Amazon and rank them 1 star. So then they know they haven't read it yet, and when eventually they get to it after the months of going through the hundreds of books on their to be read list, then they'll know to give it an actual star rating. I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, give it a 5-star rating and then go backwards. Like, fuck you.
In the meantime, I've got a negative star sitting there for no fucking reason from somebody that didn't even read the goddamn book.
But I don't even go on Goodreads. I don't really give a
don't
fuck
either.
what happens on Goodreads. It's the Wild West. Fuck them. I don't really care. Amazon, I look at my ranking, but I don't look at my reviews. I just look and see where my overall score is. I'm honestly shocked that Book 2's at 4.8 still. It just, I keep waiting for it to drop. But I'm going to just not complain about it not dropping.
I think going on mine thing, which is also like, be careful in groups and even outside of
Are you
groups.
threatening somebody? Be
very
careful.
fucking
If you
careful.
come up in my fucking group and talk shit about me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Be careful.
Now, I'll be honest. This hasn't happened to me, but I also am pretty crass, so nothing really gets me like this. But I can see how it would get to some people. When you're in a group...
Did you just say nothing gets to you?
Where-
You have been complaining
where
for a
I'm-
week, you fucking diva.
Where I'm going, this sort of thing doesn't get to me, but I can see how it gets to some people. Be careful when posting things in groups or whatever, and making sure that it's appropriate subject matter, whether you're posting it in somebody's group or tagging somebody in it. Right? Like, if somebody is like, don't tag people in political posts and shit, thinking that they should read it or something like that. It ends up on their fucking line. Or, you know, if somebody's got a dirty sense of humor, but they write YA, don't post, like, porn on their site. Like, that sort of thing. Like, I get goofy stuff like that, but I also see things where people post it in groups, and they like to have to ask people, like, can you take this down? Like, it's not like promotion, but it's them posting things that are inappropriate for that group or those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had 2 separate incidents. This reason why we have to do post approval on, believe it or not, in my Deadlings group, not my male one, because I mean anything goes really in that group. But I will tell you a funny story. But we had a couple people posting stuff that was practically porn in the Deadlings group, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I know we're all adults here,
There
but
are children in here.
there's like three children in here.
You're thinking of Esri immediately.
Yeah, I'm like, no, she's little.
There's a baby deadling in here, you sick fuck.
Exactly. So now we're on post approval. So nothing gets past it without like Esri or somebody else, which in
Hindsight.
in hindsight, that's probably not the best system, but whatever. Esri agreed to do it. So sorry. Hopefully her parents don't like kill me. But luckily we haven't had that in a couple of years. It was back in the beginning. We would get like some posts where it was like, oh, that's too explicit for even Facebook, not much less my group. But oh my. But yeah, like, so there's some stuff that's a little bit too racy. Well, now everybody who reads my mail pretty much knows me by Martina as well as my pen name. But I opened my only
Hashtag
James
TwaTomelette.
TwaTomelette? That is not my name. It's your name. I know you are, but what am I?
Francis TwaTomelette is going to be my nom de plume from now on.
It should be Richard.
Dick TwaTomelette.
TwaTomelette. But so I opened my reader group as Only James, like on my Only James Facebook account. But then I went back and basically I made a post and I just pinned it to the top so that if people saw me posting in my group, they would know that I am Only James. So it wasn't confusing to people. Anyway, so I posted a perfectly respectable picture of 2 fully clothed guys kissing. And Facebook yanked the post and said it was me putting up pornographic material. Facebook is uber homophobic, by the way. So I was like, fine, fuck you, whatever. Well, then I go over to my Only James account later just to check my notifications, and it has dinged my reader group. And it's like, oh, this Martina McAtee posted something that goes against community standards. Do you want to boot her out and block her? I was like, do I want to boot myself out and block me? No. Fuck you.
How
like,
boot you go fuck yourself?
Exactly. You hoser.
I'm over here at my Tim Hortons.
Fucking crazy. I was like, it was two men kissing fully clothed.
Did you post that in that group?
It was in my Only James group.
Oh,
yeah.
so it was basically like, hey, this person tried to post in this group. Do you want to boot them?
They're like, and because I'm a moderator. So I was a moderator and I posted something that went against their community standards, which apparently is just men being affectionate with other men.
But
you fucking homophobic douchebags.
You post
Way
racier
worse shit.
stuff.
Way racier. Way racier.
So why did that get dinged and not the other?
One
stuff?
particular somebody saw it.
Somebody,
It got
it got
reported.
dinged somehow. Like it, but I think it was only up for literally 30 seconds. So it had to be in something automatically triggered it.
Maybe
It wasn't
that
a person.
That image had been previously flagged.
That's what I was thinking. But again, fuck whoever flagged that image.
Or they need to be.
Sorry. My mouth is suddenly really dry. Shut up, Zach. No, I'm fine. I will survive.
Damn it, you beat me too. For as long as I know how to love, I know I stay alive.
Do I still know how to love?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think you do.
I don't think so either.
You love Charles.
I do love Charles. I love my children.
All my children.
All of them. Even the ones that I didn't give birth to.
Yes, that's you too.
Yes.
Sleeping.
They don't care.
They're out cold.
They don't care that I love them.
So, okay, do you have any more any more examples of fucking trolling. Just general trolling.
Twolling?
Twolling
Twolling.
in people's
Twolling?
whoops.
Don't you twol in my group.
Sound like that guy
My
from The
whoop.
Big Bang Theory? Kripke?
Kripke. Which, do you know that Kripke is based on Eric Kripke, who is the producer and original creator of Supernatural?
No.
The guy who, I don't know if the guy who writes The Big Bang Theory just doesn't like him, or if they're friends and it's like a running joke. But yeah, that's who it's based on. So there's got to be some kind of story behind that. But I was thinking more of like The Princess Bride. Wov. Twoo wov.
I told you the story about our friend Patrick's wedding, right?
Probably.
We all get there, and he's getting married to a fairly well-to-do girl from the UK, but they moved to the United States, and they're very religious. So they brought, like, their bishop from England over.
Ooh, did he have the big hat?
Yep.
Awesome.
And he gets there, and we're all outside, and so all of Patrick's friends he invited are all, like, the 10 chemistry majors at USM, and that's it, and then me. And we're all sitting down there, like, 3 rows deep, and we sit down, and everybody comes out, and they start in it, and the fucking guy starts, and he has a lisp like that. And he goes, "We are here to discuss the sanctity of marriage," and all you hear is like 11 of
Snicker.
us snort,
Yeah.
and then we all kind of like look up, and Patrick is glaring at us like,
knew the whole
"Shut!"
time. There's no
Yeah,
way he didn't know.
he's like, "Shut the fuck up," and we're just like, "Say marriage."
Say wov. Twoo wov. I think if you have a lisp like that, you just gotta lean into it.
He did.
Marriage.
I-
Marriage is what brings us here
think they
today.
should've used the entire marriage scene
Yes,
from the movie.
I think it would have been perfect. I would have had a Princess Bride themed wedding, and then nobody would have even known that he wouldn't even had to know he was participating. They would have been like, dude, that guy you brought in, he was spot on. I know, right? We didn't even have to coach him.
We should have known it was weird because they were in this big mansion in Maine. It was like their house. And there was a room downstairs where like there was like the secondary like gathering room and stuff. And there's a door off in the corner. Has a nice sign on it that says prayer room. And of course we're curious. I crack the door and there's pillows on the floor and candles and a big cross. And you kneel on the pillows and light a candle. And yep, that level of religious.
Oh, I wasn't thinking religion. Wait, now I am.
Where are we pouring the wax from the candles? Yeah.
I'm like, it sounds fun to me. I mean, if he wants to dress up like a priest,
The
I mean,
difference between the Catholic Church and porn is where you pour the wax.
that's right. I mean, I still have a schoolgirl outfit somewhere.
The difference is where you're kneeling and where we're pouring the wax.
And where he's standing. Or she.
Damn, that's good stuff. We're funny. All right, what else you got?
I don't know.
You're only halfway there.
I'm halfway gone.
Halfway gone. I can't sing.
We know. You won't even let other people sing. Fucking diva.
That's true.
It is weird, right?
It is weird. It's very weird.
I don't not let other people sing.
Oh my god.
What? Fuck
The
you
first
both.
thing
Fuck
fucking
you.
Layla said is, oh, Zach doesn't like when other people sing. It gives him secondhand embarrassment.
It does give you secondhand embarrassment, but I don't keep people from fucking singing.
No, you just knowing that keeps people from singing.
Yes.
It's like people are already self-conscious enough about their singing.
It wouldn't keep me from singing.
It doesn't keep you from singing because we're not assholes like you are.
I've never told anybody to not sing.
You make Layla do it. Just like you make Layla do all your dirty work for you.
That's how we got here in the first place.
I mean, first off, don't call Dietz dirty.
No, but
She's
it was a
fine.
dirty deed.
Dirty Dietz?
Done dirt cheap.
She didn't charge you a penny.
Free, actually.
Oh no, there was a deposit.
What? Why are we like that?
I don't know.
Because we're unsupervised. You're supposed to be the adult lady.
Yeah, now you're like, oh, when the baby comes, you guys are on your own. Do you have any idea the level of disaster you were basically? It's like
I don't know what to
it's like
tell
handing
you.
Zach a fucking match in a room full of gasoline and being like, just hold on to this, it'll be fine.
All I gotta do is show you how to press stop.
Oh, you can teach us how to do everything. It doesn't mean it's going to come out well.
Yeah.
I know how to write a book. It doesn't mean that shit doesn't need to be edited a lot.
What he said. I just don't like it. I just don't feel like this is
Oh,
very scared.
other etiquette when you're posting in groups and things like that. Keep like hot button personal
What
shit
is
to yourself.
that fucking face? Like you looked so constipated.
I was
You're like,
thinking-
keep. Are you all right? I think Zach just shit himself.
Do you want to play that game?
No. Nobody ever wants to play that game with you, Zach. No matter how many times you offer it to us.
It's
Usually when you're hotboxing us in the fucking car.
it's my favorite road trip game. Did I shit or not?
Did I have dairy today or no?
Nope, them's protein farts.
Gross. Oh, you're so gross. Why are you like this?
I don't know. But the other thing in groups, I'm making fun of me, that you should avoid a lot of hot button subjects, right? Like
Not hotboxing. But that too.
so keep try to keep religion out of shit, try to keep politics out of shit. If you're a homophobic piece of shit, do yourself a favor and shut the fuck up.
Just get out of our groups.
Yeah.
Also, this is gonna sound real mean. But keep your personal shit as far as like pictures of your babies unsolicited. Maybe, I don't know, personal drama between your
This sounds like personal experience, Martina.
boyfriends, girlfriends. I don't know, like just stuff where you like go into somebody's private group and like unload all of your personal drama.
Because I'll be honest, my private group is for me. Like, let's keep this fucking real train running real here. That shit's about me and me alone. I'm here to make...
Other people are allowed to post.
And
I'm
we
here to feel
do
good.
ask people questions all the time.
Oh, you know, and I love when people interact with posts and shit, but again, we're not here.
And if you just had a baby, we're not like, hey, don't tell us about your baby and post a picture.
Especially if
if
it's
you bought a
cute.
puppy, we
on
want to
that
see
note,
your puppies.
Not all babies are cute. All puppies are cute. Not
all puppies are
babies
cute. Yeah, some
If
babies
your-
are ugly, but we won't tell you that because we are not assholes.
If your crotch goblin looks like something out of the Harry Potter Gringotts Bank,
if your crotch goblin looks like a literal goblin, Zach will tell you about it. I, on the other hand, will be like, oh, what a cute baby.
maybe if you did a little bit more goblin, you wouldn't have had this little thing in the first place.
Dear God, put it back. It's not done yet.
Now Zach's gonna get a bunch of emails talking about this one.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
If you'd make fun of my daughter.
Opened the door.
Here's the thing, though.
You guys ever seen John Wick? Don't you talk about Lydia Renee.
We were really, really nervous that Lincoln was going to come out looking a little like Chewbacca since his father is very hairy and very Cuban. And, well, actually, he's like moderately Cuban, but he's very hairy. So, like, that was our first concern. But then he came out perfectly beautiful. So, even though Zach is extraordinarily hairy, I think Lydia Renee will be fine.
Hey, Martina, did you bring that stuff up, by the way? Speaking of baby stuff.
No, because I'm stupid.
Okay.
It was the first thing Shannon said to me when I posted in my group this morning. Oh my God, you didn't bring the baby stuff. Like, oh my God, you knew I was coming up here and you didn't say anything about it.
Whose fault is this? You knew I was unsupervised.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry. I have a brain like a sieve. Nothing stays. My daughter's constantly using it to gaslight me into thinking I'm going insane.
I get that.
Maybe I am going insane. I prefer to think that my child's just evil. That's kind of how I feel when, like, maybe I am the crazy one. Maybe I have early onset Alzheimer's.
So now that on that note, now that I have a new job, I really got to be careful because I didn't tell this place, believe it or not, that I'm an author. And
Just wait.
my director that called me said, "Hey, I was looking up the books that you write." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Well, what did you think they were going to do? That's the first thing people do now is go onto your social media.
Is my name attached to this train wreck?
Yes, of course it is, Zach.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck tits balls.
There it is. I mean, I don't think they're so dedicated that they're going to listen to the podcast.
They better pay for it.
I mean, most people don't pay
He's got
for it.
this little bald spot on his belly, and it's
That's his
it is not his dick. It's right above.
I
his
thought you were
chin.
talking about your new boss. I was like, what? No wonder you got hired.
the same day.
I
Maybe that
mean-
wasn't a rocket underneath the table.
Wow. I was like, Zach's sucking his way into utopia.
You and I are gonna. We're gonna be the reason she goes into labor.
Probably so.
We're gonna crack a joke one day, and she's just gonna. I'm on the ground here. I'm gonna palm a baby.
He's going to wet her pants.
Hey, between you and I feel like we could deliver here.
I mean, I've been trained to deliver a baby.
We're not delivering a baby here. Sorry.
I'm just saying, worst case scenario, I do know how.
I know how to follow
I don't want
instructions.
to, by any means.
And I'm the cartographer. I've mapped that shit out. I know where everything is, so I'll be able to give her directions.
The only direction you really need to know is push. Pretty much Layla can do everything else.
Oh no, I'm sorry, but I can walk you through her lady garden.
I mean, it's not exactly like Oz. Like,
Oh, it's complex. I've been down there. There's like avenues and stuff you got to find. It's not that simple. It's complicated at times. There's a combination. It's like 3 to the left, 8 to the right, 1 up the center, and then it opens. It's weird.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Layla does not have that much of a different vagina than the several other vaginas I've been forced to look at throughout my nursing career. They're
Several?
all pretty much the same. Some are innies, some are outies.
Some
But
have
most-
hospital corners. Some look like a roast beef sandwich.
Yes. Some look like chewed up bubble gum.
That broke her.
Hell, my niece says hers got a unicorn in there, gives ham sandwiches to people. Or turkey. I can't remember. I feel like it
Hopefully
doesn't
not
matter.
turkey because then I feel like is it
Gobble,
labia
gobble.
minora that's going to be hanging out. You know what I'm talking about?
Like the waddle.
Yeah.
I mean, though, if her vagina made that noise, it'd be hilarious.
You make her run fast around the house. The faster she's going. She has to run downstairs. You know when she's coming? It's like a bell on a dog.
I'm sorry, Shannon. You should apologize to her. You're not going to get that nice stuff from her.
I'm not saying that your vagina is a turkey at all. I'm just playing off of what Martina's saying as a visual. I'm sure you have a nice vagina. I don't know. How do I compliment someone's vagina? Nice lips. Martina, what is the compliment here?
Hey, you got yourself into this mess.
That looks tucked? I don't know.
Stop talking about my niece's vagina.
Please stop talking about anybody's vagina.
Especially Layla's. She's tired of it.
Not yet. Give it a couple months. Because, like, when the baby comes out, like, your vagina stretches.
Thanks for that fucking biology lesson.
I mean, I've seen Ace Ventura when nature calls when he's getting out the back of the rhino, and it's like... What?
You're not allowed in the room. He's not going to be in the room. Do you know the jokes he's going to be cracking while you're in, like, agonizing pain?
This place is really comfortable. It feels like it's, is this womb temperature?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Gallagher, do I get a splash shield over here?
I hope your doctor punches him in the balls.
I already asked her, and she looked at me like the last one. I was like, at what age or section of development do we know if they would choose Mario or Luigi in Mario Kart? And she just goes, what? And looks at me like, never mind. Nothing.
I'm not going to get political, but did you see that?
On the note of Mario and Luigi, fucking Bowser, though.
Exactly. I'm glad you thought where I was going with that. No, but did you see the post that girl wrote about the whole Elizabeth Warren, Mike Bloomberg thing about the debate?
No.
She's like, I know a lot of people think it wasn't very sporting of Elizabeth Warren to rip Mike Bloomberg's arms off and punch him in the balls with them. But I'd have to disagree. The visual of somebody getting punched in the balls with their own arms
Severed arm.
made me laugh until I cried, and then I sat there just sort of concerned for myself. Because I don't think that's the appropriate response to picturing somebody's severed arms. Well, this derailed fast.
Yeah. Speaking of etiquette groups,
In conclusion,
Don't be a-
etiquette.
don't-
Don't talk about people's vaginas.
don't be a TwaTomelette.
Don't be a TwaTomelette.
Don't be a TwaTomelette and don't talk about people's vaginas. And don't post pictures of your vagina.
You know who you are.
Yeah. We didn't let it through the first time. We're not going to let it through now.
Seriously, Dad, quit sending those.
My dad's dead, so that must be your dad.
I know that's not Mom's.
I guess, considering your mother, you might.
Yeah. That's not quite as roomy as I remember it.
Gross.
Why are you talking about everybody's vagina today?
You've literally brought up your wife's vagina, my niece's, and your mother's.
Well, I'm making up for V-Day. Valentine's Day, people call it V-Day. It's like D-Day, but for
No.
fucking in a cheap hotel.
Wow, you're one lucky girl, Layla.
Somebody made the best post online, and I had to agree with it. It said, motherfuckers running around Valentine's Day spending $500 on a room to do the same 3 positions they'd be doing at home for free.
Well, that's what we were talking about. You getting a new job at my job, because I talk about you guys all the time.
Aw, we love you too.
It's really weird, but I really do. And I was like, Zach gets to bring his dog to work. And then we were talking about what you had to do for she's like, who do I have to blow for that job? And then we were kind of joking around about how, people actually had blown other people to get our jobs. And then somebody was like, let's be real. I've sucked a dick for less. That somebody was me.
What a whore. Sucked a dick for a chicken sandwich in a shitty movie before.
Not even that. Shit, I've sucked a dick before we got to the movies. Sometimes even in
It
there.
was a down payment.
Yeah, exactly.
Good times. You can't suck dicks anymore in these modern theaters because those big ass recliners and you recline all the way back. You can fucking one of them.
I was gonna say those big fucking recliners. They are definitely recliners you could fuck in.
Yeah, you can fuck.
But unfortunately, you are now fucking with a very wide audience because once you recline that seat, they can all see you.
Yep.
That only works if everybody else has made the decision to fuck in the theater as well. And then it's just a lot of weird, awkward
and on that note,
noises.
I have to assume that they did leather seats on purpose because they just go in there and
hose it down. They just turn on the fire sprinklers at the end of the night. And then they go in with like scrub brushes with a long pole.
We're installing these new recliners. Did you guys want fabric? What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you think we want fabric?
Do you think we want carpets on the floor? No.
It's just gonna look like Monica Lewinsky's dress.
Oh my gosh, we went into the CT room the other day, and I'm like, I don't think they've cleaned the floors. And my CT tech goes, why? I said, because it sounds like an adult movie theater when you walk across the floor. She goes, what? I'm like, it's sticky.
Gross. You think the actor that played Pee Wee Herman was making Pee Wee Herman sounds when he got caught jerking it in that theater?
What the fuck was that guy's name?
I don't remember, but I just see somebody like violently masturbating in the back of the theater, like, ha ha ha.
I mean, maybe.
It's Screwy and Petey's Playhouse.
But what the fuck is that guy's name?
I don't know.
Why can we not remember that name?
He's Pee Wee Herman.
If you know the name, please let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
Comment below and...
Nobody ever comments.
No.
Y'all are some lazy ass commenters. I'm talking shit because I know there's really probably nobody listening at this
Nobody
point.
listening to us.
They've all gone on to My Favorite Murder.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, wow, real podcasters.
We talk about them all the goddamn time. They get free advertisement for us with our 10 listeners.
I just accidentally punched Chunk in the eye with his own paw.
Man, between that and me flicking his dickhead.
Well, he might have liked that. I don't know. You okay?
Quit hitting yourself.
You okay? I'm sorry.
No, do not. Snack.
He's just looking at me like, what did you just say about my mother? All right, so Martina, in closing, don't be a dick. I think it's pretty much with groups.
I was like, I didn't do shit. What the fuck?
Not you.
In conclusion, don't be a dick, Martina. Oh, okay. Well, that's the whole podcast, Zach.
No, but seriously, think about other people's groups, understand the type of people that are in those groups, and just be a responsible consumer. It's kind of like, let's say you go into a restaurant, you never want to be that table to make a scene in a restaurant. Everything you say in somebody's group is public and it's a scene. It's like having a conversation in a restaurant, everybody can hear what you're fucking saying. Be courteous and conscious of that, right? If you wouldn't shout that shit out in a restaurant, then don't post that shit in a group. A lot of the shit that Martina didn't say out loud, we have had these conversations in public, so don't try to be like us. We are trained professionals.
Yeah. With no filter.
Because you better believe the first person's like, excuse me, we're going to fucking rip their head off and spit down their neck.
Oh. Remind me to tell you a story about Shannon when we're done.
Also, on that note, I really hope... not really talk about instigating, but that one time we did the live podcast and we dealt with all the trolls and we actually had a really good time.
Yeah, you love trolls. You love them.
God help the first person that when the three of us are out in like downtown or outdoors or something like that gives Layla shit for breastfeeding if you and I are there.
You are so funny. You are the king of trying to anticipate like fights that are never going to happen.
Because then you're prepared.
You are not prepared. You basically go into like fucking... I don't know, child mode when somebody starts talking shit.
What do you mean child mode?
You're just like, what'd you say?
Chickity, check yourself, motherfucker.
I mean, I don't really know what you think is the appropriate comeback to...
Whip your dick out.
Well, I guess that's one way to handle it.
Yeah.
You're going to prison, but, you know, I'm sure they don't mind you whipping your dick out there.
That's true. Your dick's kind of expected to be out in prison. Right?
Oh, did I tell you that
we've all seen Oz.
My niece and I are completely obsessed with 60 Days Inside.
That shit got you, didn't it?
The first 2 seasons we binged in an entire weekend. We watched all 2 seasons. Are you writing down the names and stuff that I had social media? sorry, Charles.
That's 2 hits to the face.
I'm sorry. You picked a bad spot. You know mommy's blind.
One more and you're going to get spit in the mouth.
What?
I don't know. It just feels like some weird BDSM thing at this point.
Okay, on that note, I'm just going to tell people where they can find us on social media to
Where
tell
to
us how
avoid at
much
this
we
point.
suck. All right. Oh, God, I'm doing that thing where I feel like I can actually hear how dry my mouth is. So I apologize, because that's gross. That was Zach. So you can find us on Facebook at Books and Bullshit. You can find us on Instagram at Books and BS Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Books Bullshit P1. I can never remember that one. And you can find us on TikTok at Books and BS Podcast. You can find Zach on TikTok anytime. Literally any fucking time. He's always there.
In fact, he's probably on it right now.
Probably.
My phone's not even up right now, you bitches.
And then you can email us to tell us how much we are annoying at booksandbspodcast@gmail.com. Now Zach's going to try to sell you our Patreon.
Go to our fucking Patreon. Look, if you guys like what you're doing, like,
Please, for the love of God, just somebody subscribe.
I'm gonna put in a platinum tier, and we're gonna start posting nudes. This is gonna get real. They're not gonna be ours. Don't worry.
Gonna be the dogs.
Pose like.
This would be my dog's Tinder page, but the Tinder profile. No, if you guys like what you're hearing, please go check out our Patreon. There's so much extra shit, including the one video of me playing VR and my one reaction to that scene that still makes me fucking laugh my ass off.
Oh, we thought you died. We literally were
That
concerned
hit
for your safety. We couldn't even laugh
hard.
until we knew you were
That
actually
laid-
alive.
And if you guys want to know what we're talking about, go to the Patreon and look for it. That laid me the fuck out hard.
It really
But-
did. It was amazing.
Go check out our Patreon. We have tiers as low as $1. Everything on the Patreon seriously helps us. It helps everything that you're listening to. If you like all the free stuff, please support our Patreon because that's what helps fund the, quote, free stuff. Because this stuff is not cheap to put on there. We have tiers as low as $1. All sorts of good things on there, please. And also, please don't forget, like Martina was saying, to go check out our social media. Send us emails with your stories that you would like us to go over or topics that you really want to know our opinions on. I don't know why. Or what you would like us to investigate and inform you on. Martina's got something.
Yeah, I forgot. Also, please, please, please download if you can when you listen to our podcast. If you download the episode, it tracks our numbers. And don't forget to rate, review, subscribe anywhere you can because that really helps us too. Someday we hope to actually make something of this podcast.
That's the goal. And we're getting there. So until then,
$1 at a time.
you guys take care of yourselves. Don't do anything that we wouldn't do, which is not a lot.
It's true.
Actually, pretty much it's anything. It's there's nothing we wouldn't do if there's the right amount of money involved, to be honest.
We're pretty much whores.
Yep. That's what this is. And take care of yourself. Toodles.
Bye.